So let's talk about Unit 2. Looking for a hero. And here's a big secret. They've been around for a very long time. The very first heroes, Beowulf and Gilgamesh, they started it all. And from there, we got Captain Sully, Hercules, Steve Rogers, Antoinette Tough, Beyonce, Meryl Streep, Martin Luther King Jr. But it all started with Beowulf and Gilgamesh. So heroes been around for a long time. So there are 4 key concepts we're really going to focus on in this unit. The first is defining a hero. How do you perceive a hero? Are the heroes you had when you were little the same that you have today? We're going to look at that. Is that a factor? We're going to look at the role of archetypes. Archetypes are those staple characters or character traits and character types that span throughout literature, film, and actually span throughout life. Next, we're going to take a look at the hero's journey model. It's also better known as the monomyth or the quest. This is the journey that every hero goes on. But here's a little tip, a little secret. You yourself are on your own quest. You're on your own journey. So you are a hero. And then lastly, we're going to begin working on formal essay writing. We've mastered the effective paragraph, so now it's time to take a stab at how do we write in a formal essay style. So, some big questions we're going to focus on. Are heroes born or made? Are they born with the traits innately, or do you have to create those traits within the hero? We're going to look at the big idea that all stories come from an original one, the Epic of Gilgamesh. And we're going to look at this really big idea, real heroes do not exist. The only heroes that exist are fictional. Do we agree with that statement? We're going to research it and really see. So, this is the quest. This is a model of the hero's journey model or the monomyth. It was created by a man named Arthur Campbell and another man named J.U.N.G. Jung. They posited after looking at countless stories that every hero went on a quest. So let's look at the quest. The first place the hero starts is the hero's ordinary world. The ordinary world is where you get to meet the hero. You get to meet him in his natural environment before he becomes the hero. Using Hercules as an example, we get to see Hercules in his natural everyday environment. We learn about him as a character. We learn about his parents. Maybe he doesn't have any parents. We learn about his birth, his growing up, his childhood, his friends. He's not yet entered into the realm of being a hero. He's just living in his everyday normal world. Until the hero gets the call to adventure. This is where the hero is called to do some specific act. He's called to do something. It could be as simple as go to the store and get me some formula. Once the hero is called to action, the hero has no choice but to act. Now, typically, when a hero is called to an adventure or called to action, they refuse the call. They either refuse the call by completely not going or by doing something the complete opposite. If I was to tell you to go to Nineveh and you went to Manassas, you are refusing the call. Every hero refuses his or her call in some type of way. The fourth step is that you meet with the mentor, or you get some type of supernatural aid. The mentor is someone that helps you and guides you along as you get ready to cross the threshold. Now, as you can see, everything right here, with the mentor refusing the call to adventure in the ordinary world, happens here in the hero's ordinary world. This is our realm. Our realm. Nothing special or extraordinary or magical happens here. You're still you. You have not crossed over yet until you cross the threshold. This is the first point of no return. Once the hero crosses this threshold, they will never be the same again. That's why it's in red. So the first pivotal point in the hero's journey after the call to adventure is where they cross the threshold into accepting that they do have a call and that they have to complete the call. They have to go through this cycle. They cannot go back to the ordinary world that they were in before they got the call. The next thing the hero does is have tests. He meets his allies and he meets his enemies. In Captain America, we're going to look at that film. Steve Rogers is in basic training. He has some enemies, and then he learns that he has some allies, and he gets put through some tests, all to shape and become him for the hero, because the hero has a call. In order to achieve that call, he has to approach to the innermost cave. This is where the hero further prepares himself for the ultimate battle against the evil that he's facing. Or he's getting ready to do the ultimate, he's getting ready to answer and accept the call or complete the challenge of the call. He's getting ready to approach the innermost cave. It's a state of preparation in order for him to be ready to combat the ordeal. The ordeal is the ultimate battle that the hero has. In The Matrix, the ordeal that Neo went through was that fight he had with Agent Smith in the subway train station, that first battle. That was his ordeal. He approached the innermost cave by going to save Morpheus. That was him preparing for it. That's when he realized what he could do. So he could have that battle with Agent Smith. Let's keep talking about Neo. Neo gets a reward. He is able to, for a time, defeat Agent Smith. He's able to defeat him so that he can escape. So now that he's gotten Morpheus out, he's gotten Trinity out, and he's trying to get himself out. So for a moment, he has a reward. But he's got to get back home. He's got to get back to the Nebuchadnezzar, Morpheus' ship. So every hero, once they face their ordeal, they overcome it and they get their reward. The reward is only fleeting, it's only momentary, because you still got to get back home with the reward. So they have a final threshold. They have to cross back. But the hero is not the same as they were before when they were here. So now he's completely different. So every hero goes through a resurrection where they have to be reborn, where they're no longer this person, they're now this person. In order to come back into the ordinary world, into the ordinary world, they have to have a resurrection. In The Matrix, Neo's resurrection was literally when he died and came back to life as the hero. Once he has his resurrection, he returns with the elixir, what he was called to do in the first place. The elixir is some type of, maybe a talisman. It's some type of wisdom, some type of knowledge that the hero has gained that he can share with everyone that is around him. He can share with the people that he knows and that he loves. He can share that with them. For Neo, it was the knowledge and the power of being the one and being able to free other people from the Matrix to be in the real world. And so he comes back to the ordinary world, not the same, but changed. And that is the monomyth, the hero's journey model, aka the quest.